Hey, turn that thing up.
It's a great time coming here, enjoying some time together, enjoy some fellowship with the community, get to know some new friends, get to know your neighbors a little more. We can enjoy some music, we can enjoy some food, and spend some time dancing, having fun. So we love coming here at the community gatherings.
I'm Pastor Wayne, and I've been at North Burlington Baptist Church now for 9 years, so I'm a pastor here. I've been here for 9 years, have been with my family. I'm married for 24 years. We have been invested into this community. So we decided actually to move into the community as opposed to commute. So it is in the GTA area, but we decided to move into the area so we could get to know the ethos of the community. So we came up with this idea of your community gathering. A gathering of basically anybody and everybody. So it's not the church community to the community that's around us, but it's actually everybody together to come together. And so we invite all to participate in serving if they wish to serve, all to participate in being a vendor, to show what you have, to sell what you have as well, but also to come and participate with their family as well. So we have games around, and so we've really tried to be more intentional about building relationships into our community. And so we've been looking at all our events and our ministries. How do they present to the community? Is it us to them mentality, or is it all of us in this together, influencing one another? And we really believe that if we are a part of community and they trust us, that God will shine through how we live our lives. And that's an influencing force, of course, beyond our human nature to be able to have into our community. So that's the reason for this once a month event in the summer called Your Community Gathering.
The gatherings seemed very friendly and it just seemed fun. And I had some international students visiting me, said, hey, let's go, it's around the corner. And although it was run by a church, it was all inclusive. Everybody could come, everybody was invited, got to meet the pastors. Then eventually I got volunteering with these each year. We're looking forward to it. So it took a few years, to get to know them, and not at any time did they ever push for, go to church. And then I just saw that their behavior was very Christian-like. I wanted to know more about this, so I wanted to get more involved.
Yeah, of course, with any event, nothing goes without some cost, right? And depending on what you want to do, there's always different kinds of costs, and whether your budget in the church actually sustains the whole cost of the event. But with your community gathering, we want to give people an opportunity to be a part of, because we have people in our community that are very generous, and we don't want to limit their ability to serve its community as well. And so we offer vendors. Vendors come with crafts or some kind of service that they give to the community that they would be selling. And so we give them the opportunity to come and have a booth, of course, like most trade shows would. They're around $75 per event. And if they want to do all of 5 events that we have, then we give them a deal, of course. So that's part of the income from it. Another part of the income is the sponsors. We have corporate sponsors. We have some people that are part of the church, businessmen, businesswomen that have businesses that sponsor. And a lot of times we just ask $250 for the 5 events, so it's $50 per event. And they can come and have a booth, or they can just be on some of the flyers. We have about 1,000, 1,500 flyers that go out every event. And we hand deliver those intentionally, again, about building relationships. So a lot of the things that we do, we try to be very intent about doing face-to-face interactions. And we do encourage the sponsors to come and build relationships, because that's what the heart of the event is about. So that's some of the budget issues around that. Each event is around $1,500. We usually have a live band, or we We get a license for a movie and use that's around $400 to get a license. Bands are usually $500 to $700 for a live performance for a couple hours. And then the rest of the costs are just things of like maybe some tents, some free prizes, small things for kids to do, that sort of thing. And then just maintenance costs on some of the equipment that we bring out, like games and things like that.
So we've been coming here probably for about 7 or 8 years since we've lived here. We live very nearby, and they have lots of gatherings. We come probably once or twice a year. They do movie nights. They have nights like tonight where they have vendors and food trucks, and it's just really fun. We have 3 kids, and they all go to camp here, so it's nice for them to come and see kids and families that they wouldn't normally see from school. So it gives them the opportunity to see kids that they wouldn't normally see in families, and we just like coming. It's really fun. There's lots to offer, and everybody's so friendly and welcoming, and we're really lucky to live in a community like this.
My name is Michaela, and I'm from Senior Support Care. I run an organization that looks after seniors in their homes, and I serve the Burlington area. So being at an event like this allows me to meet people that know someone that needs help, and it's a really good way for me to actually get to know people, and I think it's so important for word of mouth and a company to grow that way. I think it's such an organic and exciting way, and I love that people can call and have met me, and I have met them, and I love that I've been given this opportunity to be here and be a part of things that are really important to people and share my passion with the community.
A lot of times we can respond to culture. And if we're not in tune with what culture is going through, then really we become irrelevant as a church. We really just serve our own selves in regards to worship and discipleship. But if we're really in tune with culture and what they need, our surrounding, then we do start formulating and start merging what we're doing in order that God might be seen in our world. And I believe the church still has a huge call on it in regards to influencing its culture. Individuals, we could influence culture, but it's very slow. It's a lot of individuals coming together that has power to influence a community. And so we wanted to speak a life into that. So not only does the event, Your Community Gathering, try to address relationships and presenting connectedness, but the things that we do inside the Your Community Gathering are intentionally done so that we show that we're not really just putting on an event, but we're actually opening our lives and our relationships up to other people.
Everybody was so helpful. And like you could see the leaders, they had their certain attire, so you knew who was church people and then who was community. And yeah, it was very friendly, very open, very welcoming. You know, if you're not eating anything, it's like, hey, would you like something to eat? You know? And then you're expecting to pay, right? So, sorry, I didn't bring money, but no, everything's free. They do everything for free. It's just a community, just bring community together and no obligations.
So some of the advice that I would give to other churches is number one, and I think we spoke about this earlier as well, is that really see what God has in your hands. That was the first thing that step that we took, because we don't want to always duplicate what other people are doing. I mean, if it does work in your community, then we definitely do. But what I would advise is really see what God has for you. What does He have in your hands that you can use to bless and influence culture with your community? And then also evaluate your community, like we did, finding isolation, a huge prevalent issue in our area, not only from seniors, but all the way from seniors to teenagers, feeling very isolated, and a lot of issues that come from that are mental health issues that we're seeing today. And so when you do those two evaluations, what do we have and what is in the community that is a need, then really God can say, hey, I really want you to step up and be a part of my kingdom. Start small and make sure the intention is around your purpose. The purpose, typically what Jesus Christ came to be, is to seek and to save those who are lost. And so the purpose is really relationship, to seek, and then help those to see who Jesus is, the way. And so relationship is a key factor in our purpose in setting up your community gathering, and I hope it would be for them as well as a church if they want to look at reaching out to their community.